Good afternoon, everyone. It's 3:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on January 16th, 2011. I know I made one yesterday, but today I actually have an actual subject that can relate to other people's lives. Well, yesterday was more about school and stuff, too. And yeah, it relates to everybody's lives, but today is my personal views on marriage. And excuse me, I am warning you right now, I actually sat there last night and typed a lecture on my views on marriage. So I'm going to be reading off of that. And yeah. Let's go to Windows, or not Windows, Microsoft Word and open it. Okay. I really hate to be saying this, but this has just been stuck in my head, in the back of my mind for the past few months. Marriage is an oath where you sign this paper on an altar in a church in front of all your friends and family. This is a paper where you devote your trust and honesty to this person because you're all in love and such. For the longest time, I thought marriage was the cheesiest thing ever, and I still do today. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of long-term married couples out there who are still going strong and most likely will be for the rest of their lives. Then, there's those married couples who end up having to go to court and sign another paper and get a divorce. And somewhere in between the marriage and the divorce, there is possibly separation. Marriage is a commitment. That means you keep that word until death. Then some idiot came up with divorce. Who would do that? Seriously, who would even... Commitment means promise, and then all of a sudden you're oh, break this promise, divorce. So anywho, in the first place, you have to find that person you want to spend the rest of your life with. And you know in your heart that they are that person within time. A few years. It doesn't take a couple months to want to marry someone. It is definitely not the smartest idea to get married after only knowing someone and being in a relationship with them for less than 2 years. Maybe you don't think that, but hey, I'm old school. I grew up with rather old parents. My mother had me when she was 35. Hate to say this, but she's now 52 years old. And my father's 54. The reason I'm old school with marriage is because I grew up with parents whose lives are stuck in the 60s. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I like hearing things about the Beatles and Vietnam War, very interesting subjects. My parents have been married for, I want to say, about 27 years. Old school. Super old school. So anyhow, my point is, I myself am terrified of the idea of marriage. It's always great to have somebody there who you love. It's not so good when you can't keep the commitment and you never know when that person will leave you. I think I have a fear of commitment. Honestly, I think I do. Not that I can't keep a commitment, because I know I'm able to. Yet you never know if your husband or wife will be able to keep that promise. I am commitment phobic, I think is what it's called. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of commitment. So yeah, that's my views on marriage. Marriage is a beautiful thing when two people can actually keep the commitment. It saddens me to see divorced couples, and there's nothing wrong with really any of it. I don't mean offense to anyone. These are just my views. Freedom of speech and freedom of press for the win. It's just a way of life. All this marriage, circle, love, all this stuff. I'm not saying I don't believe in marriage. I do believe in marriage. Watch me one day get married. I'll probably end up going through a divorce because that's just how it's gonna work. I know. So yeah. If you want me to talk about anything else, or I have a Tumblr, I guess I can share that with you, if you want. So, yeah, if you want me to talk about a topic, just ask me on Facebook, ask me on here on YouTube. Yep, so you guys have a great day. I'm just here to remind you that this means no offense to anybody, any divorced couples, any married couples that have been married for 50, 60 years. These are just my views, and okay. I was sick yesterday, and I'm still sick today, but I'm feeling a lot better. So excuse like my heavy breathing because I can't breathe through my nose, and yeah. And I'm obviously feeling better because I put my light on today. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great Sunday, and happy Martin Luther King Day if I don't make a video tomorrow. See ya! Also, this is the last thing, I promise. Marriage is like the one thing I am most pessimistic about. I will get married. I know I will get married one day. But when I do, I don't know what will happen because I can't read the future. So I'm not saying my plan is to get married and get divorced. I'm just saying it's a possibility. But I don't know. So yeah, you guys have a great day. Thank you.